Kate. It's been a long time.
Who is it?
Huh? You're saying you've forgotten about me? You used to love me so much. It's John, your ex-husband.
What? Why? I thought I blocked you.
I changed my phone and got a new WhatsApp ID. By the way, why the hell did you get so fat? I'm seriously surprised at you. You look like a linebacker. Why is a chubby girl like you wearing a fancy dress? Don't tell me you're attending the wedding too.
Wait, you're at the wedding too? Don't tell me you're around here.
I saw you just now. I just checked and it looks like there's only one wedding here today. So it's the same one. I'm at the reception hall right now. Are you here too?
Yes, but...
Seriously. Ah, there you are. I'm at the table in the left row. I'm waving at you. Can you see me?
You haven't changed.
I never thought I'd bump into my ex-wife like this, completely by chance. I left you because you couldn't have children. I was really surprised. I didn't expect you to have gained so much weight. You're still single, aren't you? You're not attractive as a woman at all. I'm really glad I divorced you. I didn't want you because you couldn't have kids. It's a good thing I left you back then.
Is that all you have to say? If you just want to make fun of me, then stop. I'm blocking this ID too.
Wait a minute. We've just bumped into each other again. Don't be so cold. You're invited on the bride's side, right? What's your relationship?
We're colleagues from work.
Seriously? The bride works for Company M, right? You're working for a big company like that now? You must have worked really hard to survive on your own after being dumped by me. I'll give you credit for that effort.
Thank you. Are we done? If you persist any longer, I'm really going to block you.
Wait a minute. I remarried your sister Megan, you know? So technically, you're my sister-in-law. I need to tell her, your sister and my wife, about your situation. After all, Megan was disowned by her parents because of you.
Huh? Was it my fault? How dare you? They found out that Megan had an affair with you, my husband at the time, and ended up marrying you. Then they decided to disown her. I didn't set any of this up. Well, I was still happy that they were 100% on my side. Megan deserved to be disowned after what she did. I haven't seen her since then, nor have I been in touch with her. I have no intention of contacting her in the future. I don't want to have anything to do with you who betrayed me, now or ever. Don't just casually contact me like this just because we happen to meet.
Well, don't be like that. This is just another chance of fate, isn't it? Anyway, I'll tell her that you've gained so much weight that you can't even be recognized. I'm sure she will burst out laughing.
You can laugh all you want. I don't care.
Don't try to act strong.
You know, do you guys have any idea what you did to me? How can you be so rude after betraying me? It's unfortunate for me to run into you, so please just leave me alone, okay? To be honest, I'm disgusted with you. Besides, it seems like the reception is about to begin.
Oh, is it that time already? I'll be in touch.
No, you shouldn't.
I forgot to tell you something earlier. I'm a father now.
Hey, don't call me in the middle of the wedding party.
Are you even listening to me? You must be surprised.
I don't care about your story. I'm putting my phone on silent now.
Huh? What the hell? We just met again. I know you've been wondering how your sister and I are doing. That's why I'm updating you. You know, it was a good thing that you and I got divorced. If I had stayed married to you, I wouldn't have had a child. And it's a boy. Both Mom and Dad were asking me if we were going to have an heir yet. You know how eager they were. They were overjoyed. They said, "Thank you so much for giving us an heir." They are so grateful to Megan. They're so excited about their first grandchild that they bought me everything. So, unlike when you were my wife, there are absolutely no problems between them as wife and mother-in-law. I knew it was you who had issues. Well, you or your body that can't get pregnant. I think you have a good personality. So, if only you had had a baby, they would have liked you. And we'd still be married. You should blame yourself for having such an unhealthy body. Don't hold a grudge against my mother. We were married for 5 years and couldn't have kids at all. It's only natural that she's unhappy. And yet, you demanded alimony. We had no money for a while after that. But I guess I'm lucky after all. About 2 years after we divorced, my grandpa passed away. I got a huge inheritance. I had no idea my grandpa was that rich. I was really surprised. If you were still married to me, you'd be wealthy today. Too bad for you. I eat good food every day and buy whatever I want. I'm living in luxury. Megan is also thankful that she was able to marry me. Besides, she's making an effort to stay beautiful for me. What about you, on the other hand? Have you given up on being a woman? How did you get so fat to have that belly? I can see your belly from where I'm sitting. I'm trying hard to hold back my laughter. You have a plain face, but your style complemented it well. But now, with your current style, you'll never get married again. Hey, are you listening to me? How long are you going to ignore me? I see you taking pictures of them. I know you are using your phone right now. Anyway, you must have been shocked to find out that Megan and I still love each other very much. Communicating with me must be painful for you. I'm sorry that I'm so happy. Hey, Kate, you must be desperate for a boyfriend. You're too close to the guy next to you. Can't you see he doesn't like you? You really don't know yourself, do you? There's no way you could sweep him off his feet. Or maybe you don't even know who that person is. He's the president of a rapidly growing venture company. He's been featured in magazines, on TV, and more. I've seen his face several times in those articles. You're trying to snag such a high-spec guy? Seriously? Don't make me laugh. You should at least lose some weight before you make a move. Hey, look at your cell phone. For once, I think you'd better take my advice. Whoa! What an incredible appetite you have. If you keep eating like that, you're not going to lose any weight. Did you notice that the president guy is looking at you? I bet he's just disgusted by you, a fat girl eating so eagerly. I'm sorry your love didn't come true this time too. Why don't you just keep eating like that forever? You're so funny. I could watch you do it forever. It was a nice ceremony today. Unlike you, they were beautiful. I still can't stop laughing when I remember how fat you looked. I was trying so hard to hold laughter at the reception. because they would have thought I was a weirdo if I giggled by myself. Now I can finally laugh freely. Hey, tell me, why did you gain so much weight? I want to tell Megan about it when I'm home. Is it because you got desperate after being dumped? If you kept your good style like before, you might have a chance to remarry. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. I feel sorry for you. I know you know this, but let me tell you something. Fat people are not popular. Too bad for you. Some people are fond of fat people, but there are just a few. At least I hate fat people. They piss me off just looking at them.
You're so persistent. I haven't responded to you for a long time. Why don't you just give up and stop calling me? How can you say it was a nice ceremony? You kept messaging me the whole time, and you barely even looked at it. You're so rude to the people who invited you.
Finally, you replied. Because you are so big. You can't move quickly and reply.
Stop being stupid. I wanted to congratulate my coworker for inviting me to the wedding, so I didn't feel like checking my phone. And it's rude to be glued to your phone during the reception, except for snapping photos. Do you lack basic etiquette?
Shut up. You're just upset because I called you fat, right? You think you can talk like that?
I just checked all your messages. How many times do you want to call me fat? You're an adult and you have a child, but you are acting just like a kid. You're really pathetic.
Huh? You're the one who's pathetic. You were dumped by me because you couldn't have children. Then, you got desperate and turned out to be such an ugly thing. You didn't expect to see me again, did you? You didn't want me to see you in such an ugly state, did you?
You have a son, don't you? Then don't you know the difference between fat and pregnant?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You still don't get it? I'm pregnant.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I'm pregnant. I'm already in my 8th month, so it's only natural that I have a big belly. Can't you distinguish between a pregnant woman and someone who's simply overweight by looking at my stomach? And you made it sound like I was targeting the guy next to me. You're totally wrong. He's my husband.
Huh? No way. He's the president of the company. How could you possibly marry him?
I met him through a friend. He wasn't the president then. He said there was something he always wanted to do, and I supported this dream. And it came true much faster than I expected. I was surprised, to be honest.
You're kidding. I don't believe such a story.
I'm telling you the truth.
Then come to the after party with him. I'll believe you when you introduce him as your husband.
Were you listening to me? I'm 8 months pregnant. I wasn't even sure if I should attend the wedding. But she is my colleague and good friend, so I wanted to attend her wedding, even if I had to push a little bit. And she invited my husband because they are friends too. I've been eating a lot for the baby growing inside me. I'm tired, and I just want to go home and rest. I'm not going to the after party. Besides, I don't want to talk to you.
I knew you were lying when you said that.
You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. It's your choice. Don't contact me anymore. I have no intention of contacting you again. Bye.
Hold on a sec. If what you're saying is true, does that mean you weren't actually infertile? I divorced you because I thought you couldn't have kids. I'm so confused right now. I don't understand. Hey, I want you to explain. Answer me. Say something! Kate, seriously, I can't believe it. Megan betrayed me. She brought a guy home. I had no idea she was cheating on me. I was really shocked and wondered when she started. So I hired a private investigator. And guess what? It turns out she wasn't just seeing one person. There were 3. And to top it off, 2 of them were in the picture even before we tied the knot. And I started questioning whether the kid was actually mine. So I decided to take a DNA test. And you won't believe what happened. Turns out he wasn't my son. The real dad was this broke dude who didn't even have a job. She ditched him and passed off the kid as mine. I really can't forgive her for that. I'm kicking her out of my place, like, right now. And the kid too, 'cause he's not my son. So, Kate, I need to talk to you. No, wait, not right now. I don't think it's a good time to tell you now at this halfway point. I'll tell you after I get everything cleaned up. So, Kate, please wait for me. Kate, sorry to keep you waiting. I was going to end it sooner, but Megan kept nagging at me, so it took a while. But we managed to get divorced, and I got my alimony. Well, as you know, she didn't have any savings. She didn't even work. It wasn't much. Still, I feel a little better now that she's broke. I can finally tell you what I tried to tell you before. Let's get remarried. I'll take care of the baby. And after the baby is born and things settle down, how about going on another honeymoon? We can use the money we got from Megan. I've never been to Hawaii, and it's been on my bucket list for ages. I want my baby too. Let's make it a honeymoon baby.
Seriously? You're getting on my nerves now. Stop reaching out to me all the time. It's really gross.
Huh?
I wasn't going to respond anymore, but you kept asking me to start over, to have a baby, and so on. I couldn't stand you anymore. You were totally out of your mind. I had no choice but to respond to stop you. I told you I have a husband.
Why don't you just get a divorce? Get a divorce and remarry me.
What are you talking about? Stop being ridiculous, will you? I'm with my husband and we are reading your creepy messages together.
You're just after money, aren't you? I may not make as much money as he does, but I have a lot of inheritance from my grandfather. I have better looks, a better personality. I beat him in everything except for money. And yet you still choose him?
You're such a stupid man, aren't you? My husband is better than you in every way. And he has a good personality. He doesn't compare himself with others. At that point, you've lost. I'm happy now that I'm remarried to a caring man, and we're expecting a baby soon. Why would I leave him to remarry you? I don't understand why you think I'd choose you at all. It's like you're living in another universe.
It's not difficult to see it that way. Destiny brought us back together.
Huh? What part do you think qualifies as destiny? We just happened to run into each other at the wedding.
Because, thanks to the wedding where we happened to meet, I got to know the fact that you weren't infertile. Shortly after that, I found out about Megan's affair and that the child wasn't mine. All of this was simply fate's way of bringing us back together. Can't you see?
Are you dense? There's no way I'd agree to that. You're so stupid you don't even doubt yourself.
What? What do you mean, doubt myself?
You know, don't you ever wonder if you're infertile?
Me? That's impossible.
In the 5 years that we were married, we really tried to have a baby, but it never happened. You couldn't have kids with Megan either, could you? Isn't it possible that you're infertile?
That's... No way. I never even considered that.
If you're worried about it, why not go get checked out? I'm just suggesting it's a possibility. You won't know until you get checked.
I thought I didn't need that kind of test as a man.
It seems that many people, including you, are under the mistaken impression that infertility is only for women. It's quite possible that men are also infertile and can't conceive.
I don't believe it.
I know I'm going off topic, but I want to make this clear. I love my husband. I have absolutely zero intention of starting over with you. I can guarantee that. Even if I hadn't met my husband and was still single right now, I would never consider marrying you again.
I'm sorry. You're mad at me. Because I called you fat over and over again. I was just happy to see you after all these years. I didn't mean to hurt you, so please, forgive me.
Yes, I was pissed off that you made fun of me. But that's not the point. You cheated on me. You betrayed me by cheating with my sister and walking out on me. I'll never trust you again, no matter what you say. Just think about what you've done. I've severed all ties with Megan and with you. I'll never contact with you both again.
I was out of my mind at the time. I think Megan brainwashed me. I'm sorry now. Please, believe me.
Even if you say so, I love my husband. I'm pregnant with his child. There's no room for you.
You're lying. I know you. You got dumped by me and started dating some guy to fill the void in your heart. Now that you're pregnant, you just feel obligated. You are holding back from confessing your true feelings. It's okay to be honest.
That's really disgusting. Since you're asking me to be honest, I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. I regret being married to you for 5 years. I'm ashamed to say you were my ex-husband.
Is that what you really think?
I'm blocking you. I'll never see or talk to you again. Goodbye. I blocked my ex-husband. Here's what I heard from a mutual acquaintance. Apparently, my ex-husband had a test and was faced with the reality that he was infertile. He was cheated on by his wife, then dumped by his ex-wife. And then he found out this harsh truth. It seems like he lost it mentally and made a huge mistake by not being honest with his company. He started being absent repeatedly and got fired from his job. After that, he just stayed at home eating and drinking, and has gained so much weight that he's totally unrecognizable. He used to mock me for being overweight. I bet he never imagined he'd become overweight himself. I gave birth to a healthy baby girl. I'm committed to building a happy family with my loving husband and our family of 3.